I've been keeping track of what I felt was the most overhyped makeup, and the brands too, for 2022. Okay, and most doesn't went right back to the store, but some have become part of, you know, my everyday makeup routine. I'm going to start off with ABH, Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. So this kind of came into play with the clean girl style. I think you can tell from my container that I do like it. Okay, the feedback from this product is my brows are crunchy. They're white. It's not holding in place. It's a big mess. Pick up with the spoolie. This is ColourPop spoolie, so it's very easy. Pick up the product, okay? Use either inside the cap, use on the top of the cap, warm it up some, you know, work it in, and then go into your actual brow hairs. Again, clean brow hairs. You want to plaster it to your face, take the other end and do that. I tried E.L.F's copy dupe of this and it did nothing. It was watery, it was too thick, it just was not behaving, and I took it back. Number 2, Clinique Black Honey Lipstick. This went viral on TikTok, of course, and this I felt was, okay, the young kids are finally seeing the Clinique Black Honey, because we're in our 40s and 50s and, you know, 60s and 30s, and so we know about this. Okay, I've been wearing this color since my 20s. It's not new to us. I know that there's lots of dupes for Black Honey. Of course there is. It's just a plum deep color, right? But it's how sheer do you want to go? Do you want something that is like barely a hint of color? You can find that in maybe like a Nivea lip balm that has that plum tone. Or do you want to go up in opacity? I know E.L.F has one too, their lip balm thing. I tried it and it was just too patchy. That's another thing. This formula too, it just swipes on and it's sheer and it spreads, especially with that deep of a color. I ain't got to worry about it. I can do it without a mirror too. So those are kind of the things that, the factors that I'm looking at. But to me, Clinique Black Honey, yes, it's worth the hype. And I do feel sticking with the original is truly the best. Next is Charlotte Tilbury. Anything Charlotte Tilbury seemed to drop this year, 2022, it was like, drop everything, gotta go get it, gotta go get it, gotta get a sample, gotta try this, gotta try that. I mean, that's how it was. That's how I felt it was. The first thing that was coming to mind was her Beautiful Skin foundation that came in a tube, okay, just like this. And then her contour wand, which I do have, comes in a tube, okay. The Beautiful Skin foundation, I did not review it, didn't do any of that. I got a sample of it. I remember the shade match was good for me, but it was thick. The formula is too thick. It just kind of sat on the skin, okay? It was separating and it looked cakey. The contour one, I do like this. This is a really great tone for my medium dark skin tone. However, as you start to go down deeper, that's the issue. I think there's only 3 shades. So this, again, this product isn't new. It just did not magically appear in 2022, but I think that it just had this big moment, thanks, of course, to TikTok. So if this is still going to be running out, going out of stock here, there, and everywhere, then the brand needs to wake up and start expanding the shades. Oh, we're popular in this. We better go mix some more shades, because not a lot of us can't enjoy and reap those benefits. Super easy to apply because you just dot. That's what I do, is just dot in those areas, and I can just let them dots sit. Okay, when it's time to blend it out, it's as if I just put it on the skin and start blending. So it's not patchy. It moves with the brush. It moves with the skin. And it's not truly matte, but it's not truly like this huge like dewiness or shimmer or anything. It is just a perfect tone and application. I really do like this. Milk Grip Primer Spray is next. Now I can include the primer with it, but I felt that the primer already had its moment. The spray is what we're talking about this year. And I don't know if they market it well. I kind of was thinking that at the beginning, like they're not really explain it well to the consumer. That's a problem with a lot of these brands that get on my nerves, is you're not showing and you're not explaining how to use your products in an effective manner so people can actually benefit what it is. So then, you know, you rely on us to mention it. So this spray, I feel, is just that perfect hybrid of having major hydration. You get the grip benefits of the primer itself, but in a spray format, super easy to apply. You just spray it, and there's not all this waiting around. Like with the actual primer, I mean, I put it on. This is what I do. I put on the regular primer because I love it. I put it on, but I go do my brows. I go do something else, because you can't just put it on and then just start putting stuff on your face. It will, no, they don't play along well. It needs time to settle in and, you know, relax on your skin. And then when I'm done with the brows, I go in and I have no problem. And then it's just sucking and sticking everything together. The spray does the same thing. I use it every time I do my makeup without fail. I can't be without it. If there is another dupe out there, to be honest, I wasn't looking for any. I wasn't. I don't know if there is. Mention in the comments if there is, but I'm sticking with the original. Love it to death, and it is worth the hype. Next on my list is Dior, specifically their lip oil. Okay, so this was here, there, and everywhere. Went absolutely nuts over this. You're going to be paying for the Dior name. You're paying for the Dior packaging and all that comes with it. And then boom, you look at the actual product itself. Yes, the texture, I feel, is a little bit thicker than some other lip oils. You know, they all have their own preferences. Some are very thin, some are right, you know, the Goldilocks lip oil. And you got those thick ones too. So I feel this one is just right there in the happy medium. Okay, you got that nice big doe foot, I believe that's what you call it, applicator. I love that because, you know, just get all over the lips and just juice it up. And you got slight scent, like a minty type scent. Well, this is the clear one. I don't know about the other shades, okay? And the feeling of this gloss, like once it's on the lips, it is plush, okay? And let me tell you something. Your brain already is looking at Dior, and your brain is already going to be like, luxury, plush. Oh, like your brain is already going to be doing some happy stuff, right? Because your eyes have already saw Dior, right? And it registers to the brain. You better like it. You better like it, right? But to me, of course, you know, I'm using all other type of stuff. I was comparing it to a lot of my other lip oils. And the more I used Fenty's cherry lip balm oil, whatever it's called, that one I couldn't put down, and it just hit each and every checkpoint for me, and it beat out the Dior. Okay, so this is good, like, you know, if you're like, I have to have it, right? I have to have it. You know, go for, I hate to say that, you know, like go rifle through his wallet or her wallet, whatever. Ask for it for a holiday gift, for your birthday, something, whatever, anniversary, whatever it is. I'm sorry, gift. That's the time to ask for it. But there are so many other lip oil with so many brands. I mean, I think every brand pretty much, I hate to say every brand, most of the brands out there have a lip oil, okay? And you can get good lip oils at the drugstore. LA Girl lip oil, okay? Now, it might not be Dior, but it rivals a luxury brand. So I have this. I'm going to finish it up. I'm not going to repurchase it because I already have one that's already obviously my true favorite. And I have other lip oils that I enjoy and need to use up. But this one, I don't feel it's worth the hype. And there are a lot of other, you know, different ones that you can pick up. Next on my list, Haus Laboratories, specifically the foundation. Okay, so Lady Gaga's brand, you know, reformulated everything and from Amazon and the website, and then clean, you know, that's another thing. I know people are gonna be like, oh, the clean wrap is the hype thing for, yes, it seems that these brands want to just change and go clean, no talc, no this or that, no fragrance. I'm here for that. Dior's doing it too. Dior is going clean. The powders and the pressed powders and the blush and the lips, all that stuff, they're going clean. Okay, just FYI. So Haus is now clean. It's over at Sephora. Okay, so it felt like the most overhyped product was that foundation was being pushed left and right. The best thing, and everybody, and then everyone started to love it to death. Okay, so the positive thing that I can say about it is when I went to the Sephora store to see it in person is it was so easy for me to find my shade. That big old color wheel that they had and how they separated it and showed it by the undertone, I was able to point exactly and say, it's this shade, saw it at the display, and it was a perfect match for me. It is the perfect shade, and I can't remember the shade number. But when I wore the foundation on some videos, because it's in the makeup porn section, it has the number in there, so I'll just pull it over. It was terrible. And to be honest, I didn't know it was made in Korea until after I threw away the sample. So I expected a lot more from that foundation than what I got. But my experience is, and I wrote down, another terrible foundation, same as Charlotte's. But it did not cake up on my skin. But it did the same, the other factors. It just sat on my skin, okay? It was separating way too early. And most foundations do not separate on me. Next is E.L.F. Cosmetics. E.L.F. Cosmetics in general, overhyped. It seemed every time you turn around, there they were in 22, and the splashy advertising and all this kind of stuff. And it seems now E.L.F. is saying to make a revolution, you know what? You're going to have to move over because we're going to start doing the dupes. We're going to start duping all the popular higher end and luxury stuff. So you got bought out. I think they got bought out, right? Bye. See ya. Have a good one. We gonna take over. The most hype I felt is the Halo Glow. Okay, because we're all about that do life, right? Radiant, I'm so happy. Let's keep it up, right? Because the cakey girls and the high, all this makeup triangle concealer girls are still saying, come back to us. No, we're not done yet. So Charlotte product, the, what is it? The Hollywood filter, they duped it, or so they said. Okay, and I mean, this just blew up, right? And then so out of stock, and then they made you wait, what, 3-4 months? Every Instagram post, when's it coming back? When's it coming back? You know, they over there just laughing like, we got them over there like little hamsters. No, you didn't. Not over here. Not with me. I already reviewed this. Okay, I said, and I stay with my review, that this is not a dupe of Charlotte. Now I wear shades 5. Yeah, I added 5, and then I have my number 6 originally. Now, if you're like, oh, wait a minute now, why are you holding up 2 bottles? I thought you didn't like it. I owe the credit to this, to the viewer who left the comment on, it had to be that video, the review, where she said that she uses this as her foundation, and she uses it with the Power Grip Primer, the new one, the green one. I love that Power Grip Primer. That one is a good primer too. Now, okay, it's another dupe, right? Because again, they checking for everybody. To Milk Group, Milk's Hydro Grip Primer, okay? E.L.F's is tackier, a little bit more stickier, and I like that. Girl, you were right. I said, let me try it like how she does. So I put the E.L.F. primer on, wait a little bit. I first start off with this one. I was like, are you kidding me? You put this on, girl, I could have probably swam through the ocean, came home and still had that makeup looked fresh. She was right. And I remember what really, really got me is when I had to wear a mask. I remember that day too. I had to wear a mask and I took it off when I came home. There was barely anything on that mask. Who left that comment, please come over again and leave another comment and tell me that you were right. Yes, so that's exactly how I've been wearing this now moving forward. I'll use it with other primers too, but I just love it with the E.L.F. Power Grip so much. I said, let me try shade 5 because maybe I should just mix it with 6 because to be honest, this one still is a little bit darker on me. Oh my gosh, number 5. This is what I do. I put it in the T-zone, number 5. I take 6 and I do a little contour, right? I take my little the little slanted dense brush. It looks like I did the reverse contour. It looks like I put the contour on and then all that and then put foundation. Is exactly what it looks like without having to do all that mess, right? The best combination now. We're gonna pick on Patrick Ta next. Patrick Ta products in general, okay? Another thing where when he drops stuff, we be like, yeah. Some brands I've like, when Huda drops stuff, I'm like, what? Huda? What'd she do? He drops his eyeshadow palette. Of course, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I gotta try it. And I do like, that. It's like that with every brand. Some products are going to be good and some products are going to be bad or trash. That's just how it is. Not everything is absolutely perfect. And then a part of Patrick Ta's little family was the foundation too, his cream foundation. So it's just like, okay, of course Patrick's going to release something. The same thing with Mario, right? Because he just dropped a foundation. And the foundation is gonna be the best thing ever, and the little powder and everything. And I said that if I have played with that powder in the store and saw all that shimmer in that powder, I never would have touched it. Okay, never would have touched it. The shade was good for my skin tone, the foundation, but the powder is all shimmery. Why are you giving us some shimmer powder all over the face? Look, I reviewed it already in good detail, and I didn't like it. Okay. And just overall, the look on the skin and all of that without that cream foundation, it just did not work. The last one to pick on is Mario. Makeup by Mario. Okay, so it's another product coming out for this year where he's got some really good products, and then he's got bad products too. Like I said, and every brand has that. This Makeup by Mario Ethereal palette. We haven't had a Mario palette drop in a while. So maybe we were like, oh my God, we were just like, where is it? we need it. So, he dropped his little second palette, his first palette. What is it? Every darn best of video, every favorite. It's the Mario palette. The first one, the mattes. Incredible. And it has the depth for my skin tone, and it works perfect. And even if you're deeper, this Ethereal palette, okay, this eyeshadow palette, I honestly feel was the most overhyped, most pushed product I felt that I've ever seen this year. So I don't know, maybe that's why I'm leaving it for last. So I have used this enough. I didn't even take the plastic off, where I've already have formed my opinion. Okay, so first off, before I even saw this palette in the store, every time I saw this in a review, it looked a heck of a lot lighter than what it is in the store. In the store, this palette looks deeper. It looks like it would be richer. Okay, I didn't really know much about this palette. I didn't read up on anything. So then when I read up on it about, you think of the words like ethereal, light, airy, and he's using the buzzwords translucent, so I think of, just very soft. I have a very vivid imagination. You're just very light and airy, like a little kissed by Tinkerbell. So then I remember that in my mind as I'm using this. So with all the mattes, I used every matte because that's me, right? I blended every matte together and they blended fine. The matte's blended fine. Just like how it would in the first palette. But the problem is the depth, okay? Again, it looks like it would be deep and rich on me because there. But if you want to use the buzzword of translucent, yeah, because these are pretty sheer. They're very sheer on me, okay, as medium dark. If you are darker than me, forget it, okay? This palette, I feel, is made and geared towards somebody with fair skin. You're pale, you're light, you're tan. Even if you're in the dark, dark category, but you have light skin, you say hi yellow, it will work for you, but it's not going to work for medium, deep, and on down. Absolutely not. Or if you have a deep tan, it's not. The mattes are just, there's not a lot of pigment to them, okay? And if that's his vision, that's his vision. You know what my vision is? My vision is pigment. So I need to see pigment. So that's the first. I took the points off. And this palette, I forgot to mention, I can't believe it, is expensive. He come asking, what is it, $69, $60. He want nearly damn near $100 close for this palette. Oh no, everything better be working or it's going right back. So kept that in mind. Now, what I call the shimmer row, or these two down here. So you got your two little shimmers right there. So day one, I put the two shimmers together because I wanted to see how they looked. They went on just like, it is kind of like that the liquid color going down. It just looked beautiful on my lid. I just kind of, melted it together. Then the next day I used all the little glitter toppers together. I'm just going to say glitter toppers. Now, here's the thing. I used it with my finger. I used it with the brush. I'm going to see if you can kind of see those dent marks kind of in it. I didn't expect them to be that creamy. The problem, though, is what is binding this together? Because I got glitter all over my face. All over my face. And here we go. I can play with ColourPop, Patrick Da, Pat, Mama Pat, McGrath, Natasha. No fallout. Shimmer glitter. Nothing. The final day, I just used how I would do it myself, or maybe how a user would. I just use a little bit of this, but the rest of it, I put the little topper on, okay? And on, yep, it was the right side of my eye. I had glitter all here, okay? I use glitter glue. I always use glitter glue. It's not just like, oh, let me just grab some glitter glue. I use glitter glue every time I do an eyeshadow look with any type of shimmer on because I have hooded eyes. So it's going to transfer. Glitter glue stops all that. Or if you just don't want any glitter to move, period, use glitter glue. Okay? So that's why I always use glitter glue. This was like, we ain't sticking to no glue. We ain't sticking to nothing. We ain't sticking to your lid. This side, and my friend came over, so Candace, you want to leave a comment? And she saw this side off, and this side didn't have anything. So that is the determining factor. Yes, I feel the star of this palette is the glitters, or the shimmers, whatever. Not the mattes. But the fact that they get all over the place. Then here's another thing. Again, I said to myself, why am I not hearing people mentioning the glitter fallout in this? Now, this is just people I follow, or when I'm just looking, I'm not watching a million videos or a ton of videos. But what was making me very skeptical about this palette is there's just too much praise. Okay, when it's like so almost close to 100%, this is a good. Everybody's a suspect. Immediately, that's how I think, because that's just me. So I said, I'm going to go ahead and try it out for myself to see, because it can't be. That's what I thought. It can't be. There's got to be something wrong with you. That's what it was. I said, there's got to be something wrong. because everybody cannot like this thing 100%. So I'm glad I tried it out for myself, and also kind of, kept in mind, oh, translucent, not a lot of pigment. A is not going to work, but even if the pigment, let's say the pigment was there for the mattes, the glitters or shimmer, whatever you want to call them, are not performing the way I felt that they should. Again, my standards, okay? And then everything is done and said and done, and then I go to Sephora last, and I go filter the reviews by lowest rated, and then I saw shimmer fallout, terrible shimmer fallout. I say, here we go again. And with that, those are my top 10 most overhyped products of 2022 and my thoughts. If you made it this long, I don't know how long this video is going to be. Thank you, though, for stopping by and watching. Any time that you do that is most appreciated, just spending time out of your day to come by and leave your experiences with these products in the comments. Like I said, I love to read that too. We're different, so we're going to have different experiences. So you may not like mine, you may do, or, all that stuff. We're just different, okay? Again, thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye.